My story is I'm a real estate developer. I've always loved real estate, and the Lord chose to bless our business. And so in our early 30s, I went home to Linda and I said, our kids were 8, 6, and 3. And I said, for whatever reason, the Lord's blessed our business. We own retirement, independent care facilities. And we can do whatever we want for the rest of our life. And who knows what that would be. Maybe it would be just keep growing this business, which would be wonderful. I love our business. We get to care for lots of grandmas and grandpas. In a loving way where they feel deeply nurtured in our communities. But maybe there's something else. And I started on this journey and I realized pretty soon that no one was making a market between the most talented leaders in the business world and the deepest needs in this world. Like Tim has sniffed out 3 or 4 or 5 different channels, right, Tim, to use your abilities that you were given to make a difference in this world. I sent out 40 resumes in 1992, just saying to major nonprofits like World Vision, just saying, here's my resume, here's my education, I'm a real estate developer, my time is free, how can you use me? And I got 39 rejection letters. No one knew how to use a recovering real estate developer to make a difference in. So over these years now, since Bob Buford and I started the Halftime Institute in 1998, I've had the privilege of coaching thousands of dear friends through a journey infusing success into their significance and learned some things along the way. And one of the things, Bob had built a friendship with Jim Collins. And so we did these events in the summer at Jim Collins' place in Boulder called Finishing Great. He was interested because he noticed that many of the level 5 leaders that he studied in Good to Great and Built to Last didn't finish well when they left the structure and support of corporate America. And so he wondered, why? I mean, if you studied leaders and you care about leaders, wouldn't you want to know why they don't finish well? And so he and Bob had a deep friendship, and so we would do these events in the summer. What's interesting is this is how he would start his part of the event, with a big, bold question. And it's a question I want to start with for us when you think about being set apart, not just in your business, but in your work. I think at this season of your life, you and I can move from making a living, right, to making a life, from chief executive officer to chief life officer. And what we're talking about is building a great life that has a 100x return on every day and every week. And his question is not, do you want to build one? It's rather not, what are you going to do? But do you want to build a great second half when most people squander it? Do you want to make the next season one that whatever you've accomplished, achieved, whatever your capabilities have been before age 40 or 50, the second half would dwarf it? And he said, when he would start consulting with a business, he would ask them as they started, 2 days, the whole management team together, do you want to build an enduring great company? And they would say, well, why do you think we're spending tons of money to have you here? We brought our entire management team together. Of course we want to build an enduring great company. And he would say to them, well, wait a minute, because it's very costly. If you really just want to drive the next quarter's earnings and cash out, please don't waste your time trying to build an enduring great company. And the same is true with building a great second half, like Tim is working on, and many of you in this room are, and Don is. It's very costly. The noble idea of moving from success to significance degenerates into hard work and sacrifice. And yet it's filled with deep, rich, and lasting joy. So this is where you and I start about being set apart in our work, not just our business, and we still own our business. I'm thankful we do, but my work is partly in my business, partly investing, partly serving you. It's all integrated. It's an integrated life because I have one calling. I just have a few platforms. So do you want to build one that the next season dwarfs your contribution for your entire past? And it's very possible.